Hand of Fate is an interesting take on the action RPG genre. It takes elements from various different card games as well as roguelikes. At the start of a new game, you, the player, has a deck of cards that consists of equipment cards, class cards, and even encounter cards. Also, the main antagonist of the game is the dealer, who also has his own deck of cards. And his cards contains encounters that lean more towards the violent side of things, as well as just other elements that may take you by surprise. So in a sense, he's kind of like a dungeon master of sorts. The dealer narrates the story, deals cards, rewards, penalties, gives you backstory, and commentary on how well you're doing. So in the actual game, the player must complete a dungeon of sorts by exploring various floors created by an arrangement of randomized face-down and counter cards that are dealt from both your deck and the dealer's. And as you move from card to card, encounter to encounter, you're trying to get to the next floor of this dungeon, which is just another arrangement of random cards. You also have to take into account your health, food, which is just your stamina, which you lose every time you move your character, and equipment. The action RPG element comes into play when you land on an encounter that's violent, where you leave the little top-down board game perspective and enter a little 3D arena to do battle with, say, just random enemies or even a boss. And of course, not all encounters are violent. Like, there are encounters where you can go to a shop to buy things, speaking with an NPC that may influence something in your journey, and other little chance events or side quests of sorts that accompany the enemy and boss encounters. You win a dungeon when you make it to the boss and beat that boss, and you lose a dungeon if you lose all your health. Yeah. And since the dungeons and encounters are randomized and the layouts are always different, that's sort of the little roguelike elements coming into play. And just like some other games that have been the subject of their own IndieBox, Hand of Fate is another Kickstarter success story with a successful campaign that was completed in 2013. And then afterwards, the game quickly reached Steam Greenlight, where it was approved not too long after the Kickstarter campaign ended. And the full game was released for Steam, PS4, and Xbox One of February last year, 2015. So yep, this game was in fact the July IndieBox, despite not reaching people until August. This whole staggered month thing is still weird to me, but hey, it's what IndieBox does. And prior to this IndieBox, I had no clue what this game was. Like, hearing the basic concept of it, it actually sounded pretty cool. And of course, I have like some initial gameplay playing right now, but I actually look forward to playing through the rest of this game and trying to complete it, because what I played so far is actually really fun. And I can't remember if I'll mention this in the unboxing itself or not, but just to be on the safe side, those IndieBox collector/trading cards are no longer going to be in the boxes, at least for the time being, because that first set of 4 has now completed. So yeah, they're going to have different series of those, but they haven't given a time frame on when they're going to bring those back. But I look forward to when they do. Plus, I'm not going to lie, I also liked receiving the extra free games. That kind of has a, role in that as well. But alright, enough from me in this incredibly long intro. Let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so quick thing before we unbox the box. And yeah, I always record the actual unboxings before the intros. So, sorry if I might actually repeat something that I'm going to say in the intro or whatnot. But, yeah, the reason I didn't upload the previous unboxing for Moon Hunters is because it sort of faced the same fate that the one for Assault Android Cactus faced, in that it wasn't all that good. Like, the items weren't necessarily amazing, and because of that, my reactions weren't necessarily amazing either. And yeah, I'm not one to fake my reactions. So, I mean, considering the box had drink coasters and refrigerator magnets, there's not too much I can be excited about. But there were a few notable things. For example, this Moon Hunter's pin. It's a moon pin. Yeah, I can put it on something. I don't know. And then it also had this. This thing is freaking huge. It's like, what, 5 freaking pounds. It's loud. But, yeah, what this is, it's a statue, but it's also the freaking USB. The DRM-free copy of the game is stored in this. Like, wow. This is the most unwieldy USB stick ever. I mean, yeah, it looks neat, but it's just so not practical. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little statue for your desk, I guess. But yeah, right off the bat, we have this message from IndieBox. It's really small. It's not going to show up on the screen pretty well, but essentially they're just talking about some changes that are going on with the company, sending out a survey to let you know like their thoughts and what they can improve and blah, blah, blah. And they're changing around like how they're going to do the DRM-free copies of the game. Like they're no longer going to be put on USB drives, but they're going to be put on discs. So yeah, I mean, that's going to be more reliable and, I mean, it's going to make more room for other things in the actual box. I don't know, I kind of like the custom USB sticks, but I can understand why that could be problematic for some people. And on the back of this message from IndieBox, we also get a sneak peek at the IndieBox for August, which is going to be the Stanley Parable. Oh boy, I can't wait for that one. And then we also had another little insert that talks about the IndieBox store, so you can go ahead and buy some, past IndieBox boxes and items from certain boxes. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And on the back of that, we have what's in the box. It seems to be a smaller box than usual. Huh. But alright, let's go ahead and open it. So right off the bat, we have the box itself, which looks really neat. I like it. It's nice and, the artwork is pretty cool. And on the back, of course, we have a summary of the game and the specs. Hopefully that'll focus soon enough. I don't know. I still not am fully accustomed to this webcam. But, oh wow. The inside of the box is actually pretty neat. I mean, the inside of the box looks like a normal box, but the way everything is packaged is pretty cool indeed. Might as well read the description on the back of the box. Hopefully the camera will focus on that. Doesn't look likely, but whatever. Hand of Fate. Deck building comes to life in Hand of Fate, an infinitely replayable series of quests. Earn new cards, build your deck, and then try to defeat it. Okay. In a cabin at the end of the world, the game of life and death is played. Draw your cards, play your hand, and discover your fate. Interesting. Alright, so we have the box front and slightly off-center, and as for the description of the box, deck building comes to life in Hand of Fate, and Hand of Fate comes to life with IndieBox. Interesting. So, first things first, we have the IndieBox sticker, of course. It looks neat. The O is a heart. Okay. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or this is your first box, the Hand of Fate IndieBox sticker is a welcome addition to any collection. Still, I'm not sure about, the whole still beating heart thing, but whatever. And then up next, I have to open this up because, this is a CD case. Standard CD case, nothing on the back of it or anything. But inside, we have 2 discs. So, yeah, we have the OST right there. Those are the tracks that are on it. And if I can pull it out, hopefully, the installation disc. Because, switching out in favor of discs this time around. or at least just going forward. But yeah, I mean, the artwork on that installation disc is looking pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So yeah, it's DRM free, and just going off the descriptions, the CD soundtrack, the complete official soundtrack composed by Jeff Van Dyke, I really hope that's how you pronounce that, makes for great mood music for tabletop games. And the DRM-free game disc. This month, the DRM-free game flies. Wow, I can't read. This month, the DRM-free game files are on disc, and as always, you can find your Steam key included in the shipping box. Well, yeah, but of course, I can't show the Steam key that's on the box. But then again, if I show it, and like I've already inputted the code into Steam and I already have the game, then that really serves no point. And then I can show you the code willy-nilly, and whatever. Up next, we have the instruction manual. Woo! As for the description, it's okay to need a little help sometimes. Don't be afraid to look to the manual for guidance. So, yeah, I might be looking through this instruction manual extensively because I know nothing about this game, but it does look pretty neat, and I'm willing to give it a shot. And we also have a letter from the developer on the front page. I know this is not going to focus, so I might as well read it. Okay. Hand of Fate didn't start with a lengthy design bible or a slick high concept pitch, but out of the youthful obsessions of creator-director Morgan Jaffet, Hand of Fate boils ingredients from fighting fantasy game books, the Ultima Games Fortune Teller, Magic the Gathering, tarot, 70s fantasy novels, and 18th century occult texts into something we feel is unique in games. Okay. We always knew that the game wasn't going to be for everyone, and that the digital marketplaces were going to be where the game was headed. It is wonderful and surprising that our mixture of digital card game and action RPG now has a physical copy. Thanks to IndieBox for helping make this happen. We can't help but be excited for the future, where we'll see Hand of Fate sitting on our shelves, and yours. From all the team, enjoy Defiant Development. I don't know why that looked like Deflant from where I was, but no, that's Defiant. Yeah, the manual is standard stuff. We have the gameplay right here, a lot of text, and also, getting out of way because this is really shiny, the breakdown of the screen. Yeah. It has controls, and it also seems to be, a hybrid, as the thing said, of like an action RPG and tabletop card game. Like I said, I record the actual unboxing before the intro and before I've done actual research for the game. I know, that's kind of sad. Yeah, I look forward to figuring out just what all this stuff is. There's other controls and enemy suits, which are just suits on a regular deck of cards, only with different names. So spades are scales, diamonds are plague, clubs are dust, and hearts are skulls. Okay, metal. And everything else just got more info on the game. We got the credits, talking about different modes and stuff. Hands of Fate was created with support from Screen Australia. Thank you, Screen Australia. We got the IndieBox credits, of course, because, they helped make this happen. And the most important part of all, we do, in fact, have a notes page. Oh, yes. Yeah, I can really put some notes right there. I don't know why I'm so infatuated with notes pages, but I just am. That's who I am. That's what I do. Hand of Fate, deck building, brought to life. So shiny. So freaking shiny. Okay. Up next, even though this is the final thing on the description sheet, we have a woven linen bag. It looks neat. Was really close to the camera there. But yeah, this dealer-inspired bag is perfect for carrying your deck box or any other tokens you may have lying around that you no longer want lying around. Cool. Because inside this woven linen deck bag, we have a deck of 54 playing cards. Okay, I had to tear off the cellophane, but yes, we have a Hand of Fate custom card deck. According to the description, play your favorite games in style, featuring suits themed after the in-game enemies, Dust, Skulls, Plague, and Scales, complete with deck box. So, is this an actual, deck of playing cards? Seems to be, because, yeah, we got, 2 jokers right there, okay, and Ace of scales. Okay, two of scales. All right, yeah, that's neat. I like that. I can dig that. Two of skulls. It's the Jack of skulls. Wow, that is like just so metal. Queen of skulls. Okay, wasn't expecting the queen to look like that. King. Oh, kind of interesting to see what the other ones are. Are they all just skull based? Oh no, no. The different jacks, queens, and kings have different looks. Okay. I don't want to see them all now. Oh god, about to drop the. About to drop them. Sorry, but all right. Yeah, Jack of Plague, Queen of Plague, King of Plague. All right, and as for we already looked at skulls. Everything's all out of order now because I almost dropped these. So yeah, we have the Jack of Scales, the Queen of Scales, and the King of Scales. They're dragons. And all right, yeah. It's pretty neat. And on the back of each card, of course, is the, Hand of Fate logo. And, well, I say logo, I mean, it's just the title of the game and, the main design. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. Okay. But yeah, all in all, I'd say this was a decent enough indie box. Not blowing me away, but hey, it's the first one that they're doing after the whole restructuring thing. They're trying out something new, and I honestly like this more than the Moon Hunters box that came last week. Because, I mean, at least in this case, I have some things, that I can actually use, like this deck bag right here. Like, I can actually find a use for this. And, having a deck of cards is always nice because I think I need a deck right now. Like, I don't have a full deck of cards at the moment. So, yeah, all in all, this is a nice box. I like it. I enjoy it, It's right there, as, good. It's good. It's not bad, like, not at all. But, it's there, and the value, of course, is still there, because 2 copies of the game, the OST, and, yeah, all in all, I like this box. I like it. But, yeah, that's going to be it from me for today. See you next time for, something else, I guess. Okay. Yeah, setting that right there, even though it's off camera. I'm still so awkward with this. Whatever. See y'all next time for the next unboxing. Goodbye.